5 signs the relationship is meant to be. Many people assume that being in love guarantees the success of a relationship, but nothing could be further from the truth than that. Sometimes you can be crazily in love with someone and strongly attracted to them, but deep down in your heart, you know it's not going to work out. It is okay to believe in fate, that what is meant to be will be, but it is wisdom to know that it does not always work out this way. So while some believe in the soulmate kind of love, where there is just one person out there for you, and somehow, no matter how long it takes, you will end up with each other, others think that you should go for whatever you want. Either way, there is no guarantee that the relationship would be a success. Despite the connection, attraction, and emotional attachment that comes with falling in love, how do you tell if you will feel the same way in a few months or years? How can you be sure that this is the one you will end up with without regrets? In other words, how do you know if you are meant to be together? There is no one sure or guaranteed sign that indicates a relationship will work. Feelings fade, people change, and a whole lot of other circumstances can come into play that changes the entire game plan. Things might not eventually turn out the way you envisioned they should. As a matter of fact, they don't. The feelings that once carried you through and helped you navigate your relationship in the past might be nowhere to be found, and the closest couple today can turn out to be the worst enemies in the future. With the wealth of knowledge out there on love, the thousands of books written, the horoscope signs matching you to your perfect mate, and many other compatibility tests that have been proven to match people with their right partners, you would assume that relationships out there would be perfect, but that is not the case. The number of breakups in relationships and even divorces in marriage is skyrocketing, proof of the fickleness of our feelings and how easily susceptible we are to change. Only a few people have come to understand the concept of being in a relationship, and even fewer are ready to put in the effort and make the necessary sacrifice to be together. There are just no guarantees out there. Well, except God is involved, and even that depends on the individuals involved. Despite all of these, there should be certain indications that a relationship will work. Otherwise, we will all be walking blindly, playing a lost game. That is to tell us that there are some positive signs to look out for to determine if a relationship is meant to be. We shall be discussing 5 of them here. Willingness to compromise or adjust. You can have standards, opinions, and views that you cannot or will not change for the world, and this is not necessarily a bad thing, especially when you are convinced that you are right and have those principles working for you. It might work for you in your career, business, academics, ministry, and other areas, but when it comes to romantic relationships, you can never underestimate the need for compromise. In the natural sense of it, relationships are not supposed to work. How do you bring 2 people with different background, culture, beliefs, and perspectives, something they have grown with all their lives, and expect them to merge and become one all of a sudden? This is the reason most relationships do not work out. They follow the natural order. It is like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. The feelings and initial attraction might serve as glue binding them for a while, but soon, with any pressure either from within or without, the bond is severed and there is a break in the relationship, except both are ready to adjust or bend to fit into each other. Remember that a successful relationship is not an automatic process. You can roll with the feelings and euphoria for some time, but if that is all you've got to run on, you are simply setting yourself up for failure in the long run. When you are in a relationship where both of you are ready to make compromises or agree on important and even on the little issues, that is a positive sign. You can say that the relationship has a greater probability of success in this instance. There are no shades, veils, or makeup. At the initial stage of a relationship, people like to put their best foot forward to impress the other person. It is normal to want to make a good impression, and so you show only the good, bright, and attractive side of yourself. However, if the relationship is going to last or be in good shape, there must be an element of originality. That means you should be comfortable being yourself around each other. If the other person cannot love you for who you are, accept you wholly along with the good, bad, and ugly side of your person, that relationship might not stand because it will be built on pretense and hypocrisy. Besides, there should be no secrets or hidden past that should come up and haunt the relationship later on in the future. You are not scared to speak up or say what you feel concerning a matter because you feel they will not approve or are scared of rejection. When you can both put everything out there in the open and find that you still connect and relate as you used to, and it does not reduce the love you both have for each other, you have got a bright future ahead of you. With this person, you do not have to wear masks or cover your scars. You can afford to be vulnerable with them. Let them see you at your weakest without fear of being rejected or taken advantage of. This is the kind of relationship everyone longs for. It is the way it should be between two people in love with each other. You experience peace in the relationship. Most people settle where they find peace, not beauty, money, fame, or all those things. Eventually, many realize that their peace of mind cannot be traded for anything in the world. After the stress of the day, you want to come to a home where you can rest peacefully, away from the crowd and noise of the day. If your relationship cannot give you the peace you need, then it is not worth it, and both parties should go their separate ways than plan to live a life filled with constant worries and conflicts. Peace signifies a lot of things. It does not mean you do not have disagreements or those little fights that usually cannot be avoided in a relationship. However, there should be willingness on both sides to forgive, let go, and not have grudges that could shade the relationship. When you can both admit when you are wrong and work through your disagreement with maturity in hopes of restoring things and making the relationship better, rather than trying to pass blame around or find faults, the relationship has a greater chance of success. Also, you do not have to keep looking over your shoulder or double checking to ensure that your partner is telling the truth. You can trust what they say. Be rest assured that they have got your back no matter, and vice versa. Help each other grow. Relationships are best enjoyed when both parties profit from the union. It should be a form of symbiotic relationship where each person helps the other person to become better. You push each other to become better in your different fields. Celebrate each other's accomplishments and encourage each other when things do not go so well. There is no competition here, and you are not trying to become better than the other person or feel threatened by their successes and achievements. Rather, you see the progress of one as the progress of the both of you. Even though you pursue separate goals and careers, there is a consciousness that you are contributing to the union. Your individuality contributes to the relationship rather than tear it apart, and there is evidence to show from it. For instance, your spiritual life and relationship with God should become stronger as a result of your union. There should also be a positive impact on your career and associations. In essence, you not only complete each other, but you also complement each other. You become better and stronger together than apart. Align goals and values. For a relationship to work out well, your goals have to align on major issues. The alignment will help you to avoid hitches later on in life. Major issues such as the subject of your faith and belief in God, career paths, finance, children, and other things that could crop up in the course of your journey together should be worked out and agreed upon. Otherwise, you both have to reach a compromise. For instance, if a partner wants to have 2 to 3 children and the other is totally against it, there would be issues in the marriage unless they can meet in the middle and maybe choose to have just 1 child instead. It is possible to believe that things would work out themselves at first, but with time, these unsettled matters would be the cause of a rift in the relationship. Besides, having the same views, beliefs, and pursuing the same cause gives you one more reason to come closer and strengthens the bond between the both of you.